Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
It is my utmost pleasure to have you here with us, sir. Being a part of BITS and its various constituent organizations, the importance of the student teacher relationship was something I realized and acknowledged from the get go. And I'm sure a lot of students think along those lines. I'm glad that you took out the time to enhance this very structural aspect of our organization to discuss the important topic of electives with us. For starters, we would like to know, and it will be a pleasure to know you, sir.
Yeah, I'm Santosh. I'm Santosh Mahapatra. I am a teacher of English, and my specialization is English language education. So I don't know much about literature. I'm more into applied linguistics. That's my specialization. That's who I am. And then the courses. You are talking about the courses.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, generally I have the chance to offer two courses apart from the courses I'm teaching. Like TRW, I'll be teaching all semesters, so I don't have much scope for offering many electives as such. But as of now, I have two. In future, I'm adding two or three more. I have already proposed those courses. So, something like critical pedagogy and conversation skills, which will be more of informal conversation skills, learning funky language kind of thing. So that those courses have yet to be approved, and so I'm at this point I'm teaching two courses alternatively. The first one is advanced communicative English, which I'm teaching this semester also, and this course is more or less about people who would like to improve their writing skills, vocabulary, and partially presentation, because it's not entirely on presentation, but it's more on writing and little bit of reading skills and all, and a lot of listening and note taking, plus a lot of writing. By writing, I mean slightly advanced version of writing. It will take up from where we left in TRW, from that point. So I'll be teaching more of how to organize your writing, how to fine tune your writing and all. And in note taking, we'll be talking about listening to foreign lectures by native speakers of English, and how to make notes. That will be the focus. And in vocabulary, I will be dealing with more or less the GRE type and TOEFL type vocabulary. Frequency lists will be taking up and creating a lot of activities and focusing on learning vocabulary. So that will be we'll spend almost a month on vocabulary almost. That's the plan.
Okay, sir.
So that's the course about, and this is this course is an open book course. There is no the exams will be all the exams are open book exams, and assignments are there are frequent assignments, but which are classroom based assignments. So you have to come to the class to complete the assignment. On that day, for the assignment day, you have to be there and complete that in the class, submit it and go. And most of the assignments are done on laptop, so there is no hard copy submission or anything at all.
Yes, sir.
This is the second part of it, and I think this is suitable for people who would like to improve their language skills and who would like to take it up a little more seriously.
Okay, sir. And in your mind, sir, do you have any certain strata of students who are interested for a particular field who can get the most out of these kind of courses?
People who would like to take up exams like IELTS, TOEFL, GRE,
Yes, sir.
GMAT, I think this is a good course for them, a solid foundation course for them. Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of students are indeed interested for that, sir. And if I'm not wrong, sir, are these courses offered for both the semesters?
This course is offered, see, I have another course called Introduction to Linguistics,
Yes, sir.
which is more of a course related to the language as such, not English.
Yes,
So that course is not an English course, it's a language course where we'll be looking at different stereotypes, different basics of language, like looking at syntax, which is related to grammar, looking at let's say semantics, which will be more related to meaning. We'll be looking at phonetics, which will be related to sound, and social linguistics, psycholinguistics, neurolinguistics, computational linguistics, which will be parts of this course.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be dealing with language in general. There won't be any English component in this. We'll be dealing with Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, Marathi, Bhojpuri, and all those. So we'll be taking examples from these languages to build the course. Any language you are doing. So it will be more of a theoretical course, but a lot of practical applications in the class, and the exams are generally practice oriented, not theory oriented, though we'll be dealing with theory in the class.
It's indeed
Yeah.
a treat for the wannabe linguists in our campus, indeed, sir. And on the last note, sir, we would like to know what is the teaching philosophy, sir?
See, I what I do in the class is more or less it's about I sometimes I give reading in advance, or sometimes I don't. Sometimes I take it to the class. It's generally interaction based. Most of the time interaction based, and I try to make it interesting and relevant. These I try to balance these two things. My priority one is it should be relevant. You should be able to use what I'm teaching in your life, in your academic life, and it should be interestingly presented. I don't want to keep it very boring and restricted. So it will be more or less, I'll be taking feedback all the time from you, from students, while teaching the course, so that if there is any alterations required or any changes required, I'll make the changes while the course is continued. Not in terms of the content, but in terms of how I deliver the course, how I design the assessment, how I teach. I keep taking feedback and I'm open to ideas. I mean, there's nothing problematic. You can critique, you can give me ideas, new ideas, how I can make it better. That's what I think I have been doing, and I'll try to do that.
That was really great to hear, sir. And thank you really, sir, for giving us this opportunity to interact with you.
Thank you
sir.
so much, and I wish all the people who are willing to take up such activities like you have done. It's really useful, and thank you for
so
that.
much, sir.
Thank you.
That is indeed a motivation. Thank you so much.